All right, you guys, we're going to talk about one of my favorite little secret weapons, which is CarpeDiem UK. Okay, this is a team that is already trained on Go High Level. Not are they not only trained on Go High Level, they understand my business very well. They've worked with hundreds of agencies. They're already trained in marketing. And so when you hire them, you actually get an entire team of VAs that can do almost anything for you, okay? The other thing that is great about them is with the service, you get your very own ClickUp account included with working with them. So when it comes down to managing projects, like you can see it's very similar to like a Trello board, okay? So when you need something done, you come in, you create a task for it, you assign it to the right VA within the team, and they get it set up. Now, here's the beautiful thing about this team. When you look at the price, it's ridiculous, you guys. You can start working with this team for as little as $500 a month. And with that, check this out. They already know Go High Level, so you can ask them to set up different automations in your business, set up text messages, emails. Hey, I need a funnel built. I need a website built. I need this done, right? They also have a WordPress person on the team. So if you're doing any type of web design or web updates, you can utilize that. Now, with that said, they are a overseas team. So when we talk about the different levels of VA companies that you can hire, I think these guys are fantastic, but just understand they're not perfect, okay? When I say that, it's because you do need to give clear direction and you need to be willing to have back and forth with them, okay? So for instance, when the one benefit that you guys have in this course is that we're going to be providing you with SOPs that you can hand off to their team. And because they're already working with us, we kind of know how to communicate with them so you guys don't have to guess in how to offload these things. But for instance, for Facebook ads, right? When I first started with them, it wasn't very clear, like, hey, I need Facebook ads for this client. And like over time, we've developed a process to where now when I bring on a new Facebook client and hand it off to them, I've already got templates built into ClickUp that are like, hey, we need the research done via Facebook ad library. We need images created. Here's the client's folder. I need you to create 5 images, 5 pieces of ad copy. So we're going to provide those SOPs to you guys that work specifically with this company. So if you're brand new into agency and you're like scared to hire, this is where, as you start to land your first clients, you guys, yes, we're going to provide you guys the information to get things done yourself. Or for instance, let's say you have a big web design client and you want to hand them off to one of the white label providers for design. That's going to be a little bit different, right? Or let's say that instead of using these guys, you want to use a white label ad provider, which we provided in the list. Then you don't need to worry about it. But VAs can be your best friend when it comes to just staying organized. You can actually have them create SOPs for you inside of your business. You can have them posting on social media for you. One of the ways that I use CarpeDiem regularly is they are doing my cold email. They are doing my Facebook and Instagram outreach and voicemail drops, which we're going to be talking about in this course as well. Just fantastic. I mean, as far as what you can do with them for the amount of money that you can do it. And I think that's the key is like anytime I look at a company, you guys can see here that they work with a ton of agencies. So, and people rave about them, and it's because they're priced right. And again, their team already knows kind of what they're doing. So again, you look at this, for $1,500, you can get 160 hours. What I'm telling you guys is you can go all the way to $15,000, $20,000 a month and not needing that amount of hours, right? So that's just their high-end package, but you can start working with them for 40 hours for about $500. Okay. Now, and it's a team of 8 people. It does come with a success manager. We do have weekly calls where, again, you're going to hop on and they're going to ask questions, and if you need help with anything. So that's also really, really helpful. So just to check it out, media buying, right? So they do media buying on TikTok, Facebook, Google, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay, so if you need any ads set up for yourself as well as clients, these guys can be a massive resource for you to get that stuff done. Now, do you have to act as the intermediary? Yes, of course. Initially, you are going to be the project manager kind of overseeing all of your projects. And then eventually, you're going to bring in a project manager and teach them to do what you're doing. So that's ultimately how you're going to start to remove yourself from these pieces. But they can set up Zapier, funnel building, CRM integration, workflows, pipeline automation. They can do cold prospecting on different platforms. They can build multiple types of websites, including Shopify. They do graphic design, social media management, SEO. Now, again, I do think that I haven't used them a whole lot for SEO because that's my background and I'm very particular with how SEO gets done. And also, there is a little bit of a language barrier. The benefit today is that ChatGPT is out. And I can tell you right away that ever since ChatGPT released, my content with these guys has gotten 1,000,000 times better because there are officially tools. There's no excuse for them to not be using to where their English can be perfect. And that was, I will say, that was initially a problem, right? That's going to be a problem anytime you're working with overseas companies. So they are starting to do a lot of video editing and reels. I have them running a Shopify business for me right now where we're posting, Instagram reels, TikTok reels, doing Pinterest shopping posts and stuff like that as well. So, and they're great. They're great on that stuff, and they're getting better and better and better. So one of the things I like about this company is they will send you weekly, like a feedback form that you can put in, like, hey, this is what I see going right. This is what I see going wrong. And they work on it. And ultimately, that's what I love about this particular company is, as far as finances wise, this is a big part of the training, you guys, that I'm going to show you how you could take a Facebook ad client that's on $1,000 package, right? Offload it to a US-based white label company and get everything right. I'm talking the images, the way that they do their presentations, the setup, the targeting, get all of that stuff and then pull it into your VAs. So on the next client, you basically are spending less than $100 a month to do Facebook management, and you're basing it off of success of a US-based company. So we're going to get into all that stuff as well. You get a dedicated Slack channel with these guys, so you're in communication all the time. Again, you get a ClickUp board, so literally you just go in, assign tasks, and then pretty much what I'm doing every day is I'm just getting into ClickUp every morning and going through the notifications, assigning more tasks, checking on previous things, making sure everything's where it needs to be. And when I say that, like, I'm really working now with my project manager to make sure those things are done, and then I'm just overseeing the whole thing. So when it comes to GHL Snapshots, so some of you that are new to GHL are gonna find out that basically what they mean by this is they can build out or utilize other agency snapshots. So because they're working with hundreds of agencies, essentially what you can have set up is like when you set up your Facebook ads for your agency to start generating leads, right? You can talk to them about installing a snapshot. So when a lead comes in, they get a text message, they get an email, they get multiple follow-up pieces. They can book a call. You can set up contract automations. You can set up all sorts of automations with Go High Level, you guys. It's super, super powerful, and I'm so excited for you guys to really kind of see not only the power of it, but how you can, if you have a vision for what you want done, you can hand it off to a team like this, and they can build it for you. And that's the best part about all of this. Every day, like, I mean, you wake up with ideas so many times, but in the past it was always like, well, shoot, how do I put all this stuff together? And now it's like, okay, how do I word this in a way to my team that makes sense so they can put it together? And then it gets done like within a day. So that's the best part about it. They're super time efficient, by the way. So when I say like you could buy a package of 40 hours, when I use them for the first 6 months, I would say I don't think I ever used my full 40 hours. So we're obviously on larger packages now because we have a lot more clients and a lot more things going on. But you just have to, I think the SOPs are really going to help you guys too to understand, like, here's what you need to do when you get a Facebook client. Here's what you need to do when you get an SEO client. Because those things, when I was new, you just kind of have to be willing to think through and write down the processes of what needs to be done for each client. And every client after that gets better and more smooth and better and more smooth because you're perfecting the SOPs, and that is what is valuable inside of your agency. So again, these are all the things that they do. And then right beneath this video, you guys, I have a link for you to book a call with the owner. I've built a very close relationship with him at this point. He knows that my students are going to be coming through and having conversations with him. So yeah, this is option number one. It is the least expensive option. Again, if you're brand new and let's say you want to take a template that we have, right, for building a website and you want it fully customized to your team, all you have to do is grab that template, basically fill some stuff in about your brand with Carpe Diem, and they're going to take that, they're going to redesign it, build it for you. You could have an agency website up in probably less than a week and operating, right? So that's kind of the key here, is that with marketing agencies, you guys, all the work's been done for you, right? In the sense that there's already companies out there that have the success that you're looking to have. So all you need to do is find the right company that's doing things the right way and replicate that with your branding, and not copy, like replicate, right? In a way of rebranding it, personalizing it to you, changing colors, adding your logos. Like, you're not copying text, right? Rewrite it. There's so many tools just to rewrite copy these days but don't overthink this stuff. It doesn't need to be complicated. But yeah, highly suggest, if you are looking for an inexpensive route to have a team that can do things for you, that could run Google ads, Facebook ads, all that stuff, for clients, for yourself, for your agency, then this is a great route to go. We have a whole list of white label providers, you guys. So you can choose from any of those. And this is what I always suggest, right? It's going to be a test, right? You might start with Carpe Diem, and a month or two down the road, maybe you're like, this just doesn't seem to work with what I'm looking to do. Okay, well, you have a whole list of white label providers inside of this course that are people that we are using for different things, right? And we'll discuss a little bit more detail on the coaching calls and stuff like that as well, how to navigate those differences. But this is I've always got my money worth out of this company. So this is where, when you're talking about the amount of work that can be done and removing yourself from that work so you can focus on the number one thing when you are new, which is sales calls, right? You need to get as many people on the phone with you with an offer that you can hit the phones and actually start closing some deals, because you need cash flow in your business. And we show you in the section of the course that covers how to get your first 3 clients fast. This is how we did it. We used Carpe Diem to do outreach on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook with a stellar offer. So it didn't really cost us a whole lot in like advertising to do that. And you can also have them set up a Facebook ad to run that same exact offer at that same time. So that's how you're going to get calls booked. And then your job from there is just to close them, right? And ultimately, those first 3 clients are going to pay for everything that you're doing in your business, and then some. So that's it for this one, you guys. In the next video, we're going to be talking about RepStack, which is a little bit higher tier level of VA teams. But again, don't overthink this. It really just depends on your budget and the structure that you want to go after. This team is a great one to start with. If you're kind of bootstrapped or on any sort of budget and you are looking for a great solution, these would be the guys that I would recommend. And you don't even need to worry about RepStack or going to hire people on Upwork or any of that stuff starting out. This is the team that I use to get my business to over 20K a month. So you don't need much more than this to get there, but we're going to offer you guys different tools, and just in case you need them, or just in case you want to think outside the box as well. So, all right, we'll see you in the next video.